Alright, broskies, welcome back to another episode of Hotboxin with Pliez, the show with hot rants and even hotter saunas. And today I want to rant about why the fuck is everyone all talking about the world is falling apart, we live in a crisis, something is coming, the world is in trouble. Reminder to self. Let's zoom out a second, bro. Actually, the world, we live in the best time ever by far, orders of magnitude compared to any other time in history by all aspects. Wealth, least poverty, least murder, least disease, least infant mortality, longest age, the best food, the best music, the best entertainment. We live in a fucking golden age. Reminder to self, first of all my rants are first of all reminder to self. Reminder to self, we live in a golden age. Fucking zoom out a second, bro. Have you ever flown in a plane over a fucking city? Holy fuck. We live in the far future alien advanced civilization where we fucking flying saucers across the planet, transport across the planet, telepath amongst each other, across the world. We have supercomputers in our bodies basically, but they're just in our pocket, attached to our bodies. Okay? So but I understand, I get why people have the feeling or the sense that, my God, the world's falling apart, the fucking Trump, the fucking this, the fucking that. Because that's human nature, that's animal nature to look out for potential dangers and to protect your tribe from the dangers and to look at the horizon and see the potential fucking pack of gorillas coming at you or tigers. And so I get it. That's why I'm not like, the world, all is well right now. All is perfect. I'm not saying people need to stop freaking out or worrying. That's human nature. But just a reminder of yourself and a reminder to anyone, we live in a fucking golden age. Whoa. An alien looking down on planet Earth with a fucking telescope, they're going to be like, whoa, holy shit. They're in a fucking golden age. The music they have, we live in heaven on earth, folks. There is no heaven after death. I'm sorry. But there is heaven. It exists here. And there is suffering going on. And there always will be suffering. And even in our invented heaven that religions invented, I'm not saying religions are bad, it's good for many good purposes. Not hating on it at all. Even in heaven there is suffering. There has to be, because there is no happiness without suffering. This is the ultimate wisdom. There is no black without white. There is no existence without non-existence. There is no up without down. There is no suffering without happiness. There is no yin without yang. This is the ultimate truth that the Buddha realized, that all the wise men, the philosophers, the Alan Wasses. And so there will always be suffering. Even if in some, we already live in a fucking technologically advanced age of abundance, but even in some future, there still will be our normal daily problems, our self-consciousness, worrying about our weight, our family, our drama, our breakups, worrying about our money, / career, our status, worrying about just drama. That will always be there, even in a utopia or a heaven theoretical society, because that is human nature. And you need the suffering and the worry to have the happiness and the peace and the contentment and so I also get that doom and gloom and fear porn gets the most clicks. I get that, and I totally get that. Makes sense. That's why everything, I constantly remind myself, everything is part of the course. Everything is part of the course. If you zoom out, even wars, this could be a hot take, let me know what you think, because civilization got this far. Sorry to say it, we got this advanced because of wars and violence and killing the other tribe and saying, if you don't adapt our tribe's ways, we're just gonna kill you. Or you can join us. Call it an empire, call it a religion, call it a tribe, a country, or whatever. That's how the world got here. And so if you zoom out, the world is one big organism. And the whole universe is undergoing evolution, which means whatever works. And so I also get that doom and gloom and fear porn gets the most clicks. I get that, and I totally get that. Makes sense. That's why everything, I constantly remind myself, everything is part of the course. Everything is part of the course. If you zoom out, even wars, this could be a hot take, let me know what you think, because civilization got this far. Sorry to say it, we got this advanced because of wars and violence and killing the other tribe and saying, if you don't adapt our tribe's ways, we're just gonna kill you. Or you can join us. Call it an empire, call it a religion, call it a tribe, a country, or whatever. That's how the world got here. And so if you zoom out, the world is one big organism. And the world is the whole universe is undergoing evolution, which means whatever works. And so when you see negative news, which is obviously that's what dominates and gets the most clicks, I remind myself, that is like focusing on the pimple on a beautiful body. That's like looking at someone who's super hot and being like, my God, look at that pimple on your ass. My God, it's disgusting. It looks like a volcano. It's gonna erupt. My God, that's horrible. And my God, you have like a mole over there on the back of your shoulder. Like, that's literally what focusing on, that's what the news is. You zoom out on the earth and 99.999% of things are good. And then the news is focusing on the 0.01. It's literally a gorgeous goddess body. And all what makes the most views and clicks and money to talk about is the fucking ugly birthmark on her ass. Or the ugly fucking pimple. But you zoom out and so that's how it works. And so I understand that, but just a reminder. And so, but Pliez, but what about AI? Like, that's a real threat. It could be like, I should be worried about that. And, I catch myself worrying about things, as all humans do, as all animals do. We worry about things, and I try to remind myself, it's not worth worrying about things that you cannot control. That's the most old piece of wisdom. Every wise man has said that because it just makes sense. It's pointless to worry about things that are out of your control. And so whatever happens with AI, I mean, we can all kind of see it. We all see it more every day with how crazy artificial intelligence is getting. We can all see it with our own two eyes and feel it and hear it talking to us. We're talking to intelligence now, artificial intelligence, and we're like, fuck, well, what's that going to be like, in the next, near future? And a lot of smart people are saying, it's more than likely going to be really good, but there is a chance it could be really bad because it's a big uncertainty. It's a big change coming, and as all big changes, we get nervous about them. Right when we go to a new job, we get nervous. Right when we go to the first date, the first, new country, we get nervous. And this new AI, fucking artificial intelligence species is coming, and we're not quite sure. Because there is a little bit of chance, if you think about it, there's a lot of doomsday scenarios that could be an apocalypse situation. Pick your movie, The Matrix, the fucking Terminator. All of those, smart people are saying it is a chance because it's physically possible because, as I said earlier, the universe just works on whatever works. So if AI takes over and they decide, hey, we're just going to do our own thing and fucking take over, then hey, that's the story of the universe and we can't control it. But is it worth worrying about it, Pliez? Talking to myself? No. Don't worry. Don't be worrying about it because it's literally pointless. You can't change it. So enjoy the golden age now. And so I remind myself and do little meditations. And as we all try to do our gratitude, daily gratitudes and stuff, be grateful. Just enjoy the golden age. Remind yourself we live in an age of abundance. We live in a golden age. We have all the best food, best protein shakes, best people, best music, my God, best music, best sports, best everyone. But we live in a fucking, as utopia can get, okay? And the world is only going to get more abundant and utopia-like as AI comes in and this whole entire AI labor force comes in and just, we already live in an overflowing civilization of abundance and food and wealth. And the developing world is getting up there, developing countries, and there still is poverty in the world, but the trend is going to continue. The world is just kept getting better and better every century, and it's just going to continue that way, and it's probably going to keep continuing that way. And if I were to bet a lot of money, I would say very little chance that AI is going to cause an Armageddon type of scenario. It's very much more likely it's going to be a tool for us. We're going to work obviously with the AI, and we're gonna fucking have fun, go party for the rest of infinity time basically, and then we're gonna go party on the moon and party on Mars, and then in 100 or 1,000 years we're gonna go populate the solar system and then the rest of the galaxies, and then AI is gonna build their own civilizations and their own Death Stars, and then Star Wars happens. That's gonna be happening in the next thousands of years, and that's kind of what. And so we live in the coolest time in history. I get to talk to you through this fucking Star Wars hologram. Anyways, rant out, 30 minutes in a sauna. By the way, By the way, 2 tips. So I've done sauna 15 days in a row now. Guess how I feel? I think you can already tell. 15 days in a row, longest streak of my life. I've done 7 days in a row only before. But there's a sauna in my apartment now, so I've done 15 days in a row. And I feel, obviously, goes without saying. But obviously, right before doing this, I did a 15-minute guided meditation, and it happened to be, the mantra on that one was, all is well in the world. And it's a fire one. I bookmarked it. So if you want me to send you the YouTube link to this fire, all is well in the world, just reminder, play it once a week, once a month. I do a different 15-minute guided meditation every day or every other day. It's good. I mean, obviously, if you want me to send you the link to that, comment whatever the fucking emoji you're feeling right now below, and then I'll send it to you. And also, you watch to the very end, so you're a real one. Holla. Welcome back to Hot Takes from Pliez into Hotbox. Today I have a hot take I've been wanting to get off for a while. So in the future with AI, we all know the AI future is coming. I think AI and abundance is going to take care of everyone's retirement plans, pension plans, and essentially no one's going to have to worry in the future about their retirement plan or Social Security in order to have the basics to need to survive. There's going to be a universal basic income in this